Hi there. Well, welcome to STEM in 10, the Broward Area STEM Ecosystem Base. This is our weekly show with you to talk about exactly what's happening in the local STEM community and give you some ideas about what you should be doing to get more involved. We have our regulars in this week. Dr. Lisa, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. It's been a really fun Earth Week. We're going to talk about that a bit.
Yeah, it has been a thing. We actually got good rain.
We got
In South
beautiful
Florida,
weather,
we
perfect
need
Earth Day weather.
exactly. We need that nice soft rain. It's been amazing. Miss Denise, how are you doing today?
Still learning.
We're always
Every day.
we always learn something every single day. I do want to throw up for everybody because this is still a new podcast for some people who haven't listened to us before. Base Broward Area STEAM Ecosystem here in South Florida. There's a website up for you of exactly what's going on. Reach out to us, basestem.org, for any questions you have about what's going on in the South Florida area with this. But Dr. Lisa, you've got something to bring exactly because of Earth Day here.
Yes, I wanted to share some things going on in the community and how you can get involved and how you can get information. So the Broward County has a great Naturescape program. We've partnered with them through the Broward schools, and it's the Environmental Resilience Department. They always keep changing names of this overarching department. We had some schools get Emerald Awards. You might, maybe with your beautiful garden over Earth Day, maybe you refreshed your garden, want to apply for the Emerald Award. That's given away at Water Matters Day, which was a few weeks ago. So you have until another year to get that application in. But there's always questions. If you don't know what to plant, the Florida Friendly Landscaping, make sure you're planting native plants. Make sure you are using mulch. That is, use mulch to conserve water, because mulch keeps the water from evaporating. But when you do use mulch, try not to use mulch that is colored, because there's dyes in those that are not very healthy for animals and for you. So get the Florida Friendly mulch.
Or go with the hardscape. Go with the rocks.
Or rocks. For rocks, the water doesn't help conserve water quite as much as mulch does.
True.
But conserving water.
You don't have to water rocks.
You don't have to water rocks, but sometimes things don't grow in rocks. We want green. We want greenscape. But so when you're watering, if it happens to be a very nice rainy day, don't water your lawn with water from the sprinklers, especially if you're not connected to a lake or here I'm on a lake. So that's Naturescape, and there's lots of resources there for you for Broward County. Sometimes they have tree giveaways. Last Saturday they were doing a tree giveaway in Miramar. I heard a lot of people got some trees, and those were trees left over from Water Matters Day, which was in March, and that's always a great day to get some information and trees. And if you don't need it for you, you can bring it to your local school who can plant those trees in the yard.
And that's a nice little segue there.
It is. So this is our Broward School site, and we have an eco guide. We have a little bit.ly with bit.ly.bcps eco guide, but easier is to go to browardschools.com/STEM, get on those environmental initiatives on the left, and you'll see that we have an eco guide. And in that eco guide, and environmental stewardship, there's other things you can do for environmental stewardship. The eco guide is what we're kind of pushing right now to get awareness of, because we get a lot of questions, and some of those answers are right here in the eco guide. And one thing we're working on here is upping the recycling section of this eco guide. I don't know if it's not quite ready yet for prime time, but working with the Solid Waste Authority for Broward County, because we are out of landfill space in the area. So that landfill, we have several landfills. We also call them Mount Trashmore, or sometimes they're converted to a park, like Vista View Park in Davie is a great one to get some hill climbing in. But there are ones that are still in use, and there's one in Davie and one in Coconut Creek that I know of. They're out of space.
Yeah.
So we have to reduce our waste and make a point, especially with Earth Day, Earth Week, Earth Day every day, is to refuse single-use plastics, to reduce your use of single-use plastics, and even more important, don't single-use them, reuse them.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
Right. Go to the glass bottle. Go to the
glass bottles, aluminum
stainless
cans,
steel water bottles. Yeah, exactly.
Cans are great for recycling. Right, a reusable cup. I have my Yeti.
You got it right over here for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just made me think. One of the local news items was Miami-Dade County, just to the south of us, is having to redo their trash. They do not have a way of taking care of their own trash, and they're shipping it north, and it's going right through Broward up to Palm Beach right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we all in South Florida need to pay attention to this and take care of this.
Yeah, I think that there's a big composting facility in Okeechobee, Florida, where a lot of our organic waste will end up, I think is the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite there yet. But they did just build a new recycling facility that automatically sorts the recycling in Pembroke Pines, and Waste Management. And then Coastal is our vendor for the schools, and they're built one in Coconut Creek or Pompano.
And all those links are in the show notes for you folks. Go, Miss Denise.
Yeah, no, the composting thing is interesting, right? Like, I know I'm a Cuban, right? So I drink a lot of coffee, And so we don't use the K-cups because those are plastic. And I kind of did like the Nespresso ones, but they're aluminum, but they're super expensive. So finally back to the old school, coffee machine. And we take the coffee grinds and the leftover eggshells and kind of, pseudo compost them because, the nitrogen in those are great for plants.
And if you're really set on that machine, on that Keurig machine or whatever you're using, they make reusable metal cups.
Or if you really must, you can reuse the plastic containers. We've made flashlights out of them, getting the little LEDs and a little button, that coin battery, and make them into flashlights or make them into seed starter containers to start your seeds for your garden.
It's a great thing.
For the Nespresso ones, for the Nespresso ones, I actually was reusing the Nespresso cups. They sell these little stickers. You peel the sticker off of it, you shove more coffee inside, and you put a little sticker on top of it, and you can put the pods back in. Not quite as good because I can't, compress it as much, but it's there.
Leading us right into our tech corner there, Miss Denise.
That's right. Making something.
Yeah, making something. My career, as an engineer, I use AI a lot, and I have been playing with AI a lot. And my career has completely changed, and what I do and how I do it is completely different. And the topic has been for the last several segments all about higher order thinking skill. I'm also a parent of middle schoolers in the Broward County Public School System, and I am thinking about their future and how to prepare them for that said future, right? And it's, again, go back to those higher order thinking skills, but also talking about my career itself and how it has changed. It's not about what can I build, because now I could build just about anything in software land. It's the questions behind what should I build, and should I build that thing? So like we talked last week about creative writing, because now the new technology literacy, is actually prompt engineering, which is literally creative writing. And so, I can ask AI a question, but I actually have to ask it. I end up asking questions on, this is what I'm trying to do. Should I do this for this reason or this reason? What other reasons can you think about why I should build this, or who I should target this thing to that I'm thinking about building, right? And I use it to refine my thought process and to think about what I'm going to build before actually building it. It's kind of like, that this is called, back in the day when you were building a new product, you would have a digital design of it, a digital prototype, and you'd look at that digital prototype, and then you'd manifest that prototype in reality through like 3D printing or modeling or clay modeling, and then you build one, right? So now we can, even before we do that digital.
I'm like this newfangled thing there, Denise. I remember growing up in Detroit in the auto factories and watching them do the clay modeling.
The clay modeling. And they still have to do that clay modeling because it's very expensive to manifest things into the real world, right? Just like when we're talking about recycling, it's very expensive to create that plastic. It's very easy to throw it away. And, if we consume less plastic and we force manufacturers to give us things that we can reuse or recompost, and we reject their plastic, like one of the things that I hate going to Costco and You buy the fruit, it's super cheap at Costco, but it comes in this big plastic monolithic container. And so you can go to another option is there are these pop-up
The local
farmers where you bring your canvas bag, you fill your canvas bag, and you take that home. It's a lot more work on your part as a human, but we have to think about what happens with the next generation. So
so as we're winding down here, that's our question for the week for you from Miss Denise here, folks. You're reaching out. You're already liking and subscribing to us, right? I hope so. If you haven't already hit it yet, go hit it. And in the comments section here on YouTube or over on Spotify or your favorite podcasting thing, put in, what does Miss Denise need to build for AI? What do you need to have built for you to be able to use and do stuff in AI? Because it does no good to shove technology down people's throats if they don't know how to use it and what to do with it.
Yeah, use it to solve a problem. Use it for good.
Use it for good, right? Should I do this?
Yes.
What should I do? How can I reuse my coffee grinds from my cafecito?
We're going to get a lot of comments on coffee, I think. basestem.org if you want to reach out to us outside of those things. And we'll see everybody next week. Have a great day, everyone, and a fun weekend.
Bye.
Bye.